It's every programmer's worst nightmare. A website down, critical endpoints unreachable, a database nuked. You've just destroyed production, the real deal. What if I get fired? My career is over. Will I get sued? What do I do? Stop. Step 1. Calm down. It's you versus the problem. Let's find a solution to this. Step 2. Check the logs. Hopefully, you have some information to work with. Control F is your best friend here. What is the name of your service? What errors do you expect? What time did your production environment break? All these are crucial to help you debug your problem. If you have metrics reported to Prometheus and dashboards you can look at on Grafana, even better. Typically, your problem might be one from a list of common bugs specific to the technologies being used. For example, if your service was written in Java, I bet it is probably a null pointer exception somewhere. Anyway, we are sidetracking a bit here. Back to the main issue. If it is just a simple hotfix, do a quick patch and you're good to go. Of course, this is not applicable to more complicated problems. If you forcefully dropped your database table thinking it was a staging environment, perhaps it might be trickier, but we will get to that. Step 3. Always have a next move. Managing an incident like this is all about testing ideas. What do the logs tell you? There might be 15 ways something has gone wrong, and your job is to pick out the best ideas and test them out. Are the pods down? What status codes are your logs reporting? What layer is your service failing at? Visualize the entire path from the API call to the interface that a user interacts with. Where could it possibly fail? From there, pull in the right people to help in managing this incident and get the problem sorted quickly. Concurrently, you should also be thinking about mitigating damages, which brings me to step 4. Look for a rollback. Find ways to revert your changes if you can't diagnose the problem or if it is too challenging to solve. At this point, it is all about damage control to save your business-critical systems. If your new feature is crashing your production environment, rolling back is a small price to pay. Accidentally drop tables in the database on your first day of work? Time to look for backups. Well, unless you have none, that's a whole different issue. Last but not least, post-mortem. This is where all the engineers sit together and figure out what went wrong. You create a new page on Confluence, and it is time to assess the damage done with a severity matrix. What was the economic damage? How important are the services? As you answer these questions, think about how to prevent something similar from occurring again. And that's it. No big deal, isn't it? Causing your production environment to go down might seem like the end of the world, but we do make mistakes at times. Just learn from them, move on, and don't repeat them again. It's all part and parcel of being a software engineer. Congratulations! Now you know what to do when things go south, and you can also show this video to anyone who creates an incident for the first time in their career. Hope this helped, and see you next time.